Hello everyone, good evening. Hope everyone is doing pretty good tonight. I am doing absolutely wonderful actually. I'm having a wonderful week, if not a little busy. I hope everyone else is having a good week as well. Welcome to the stream. Today of course we're going to be working on Time Traveler Ironman as per usual. Still stuck on this woodcutting grind. Will be for quite a while though. We're getting pretty close to being able to swap over to use, which is pretty cool. The willow grind is really chill though, so I'm not necessarily going to be in a rush to leave. Though I have about 60 hours of chopping use ahead of me, and then on top of that I have to pick and spin 8.5k flax, so that will be pretty interesting for sure. Also have a bit of a surprise tonight. Have a bit of a fun thing to reveal and deal with. You may already know, depending on if you had been in the CC earlier this week. But we'll see what we decide to do. It should be pretty interesting. It's actually going really well with fletching though. Even with just the mithril axe, I chop the willows pretty fast now that my woodcutting is so high. It's like 15% slower than a rune axe, so it's not too terrible, honestly, especially considering the number of area-restricted Ironman and Snowflake Ironman that I've done massive woodcutting grinds with steel axe. I am not complaining about having a mithril axe at all. And of course the cash stack is looking really healthy as well. Really happy about that. That is just a fraction of the total money that we're going to earn, though. 8,500 new longbows is a lot of money. But every little bit helps. Fletching is probably the best money maker for this time now, by far. I don't think it outpaces collecting steel plate bodies from the wilderness, but in terms of like something that actually progresses the account, I think it's the fastest. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool unlock to have for sure. There's been so many group Ironmen that have been joining me here. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. Hey, I'm Numtaters. How am I streaming if it's 2002? Well, I'm a time traveler. I'm streaming from the past. I have the ability to send a transmission through the time stream. That's pretty much how it works. Whoops, that is the wrong one. Just noticed this looks a little bit weird. Okay, adjusting my settings here. I feel like there was some form of streaming back in 2002 for sure, because I definitely remember streaming like local news and stuff, but maybe that was actually just antenna TV through my computer, because that was a thing you could do as well. I feel like there was definitely some kind of streaming though, because there was you could like wire up Windows Media Player to pull down a stream from the internet, and it would like buffer and take forever. But I'm pretty sure there was something. Streaming in the modern sense didn't really exist until about 2010 though. Whereby you can just go on a platform and tune into a stream any day, like it's a video or something. So I have a bit of a new streaming setup tonight. Can do the stuff like this. Ooh, pretty cool. As you saw the intro countdown I set up too. Been doing a lot of playing around with OBS. It's been pretty great. Been learning a lot for sure. Just looking through some settings real quick here. I need to adjust something real quick. And I don't even know where it is. Yeah, I'm still a noob though, that's for sure. There's a lot I need to learn still. heck did I find this thing? Oh, there we go. That's weird. I couldn't find it, but now I found it. Why is my music from the future? It's a secret. It's like centered. That's weird. I don't want the chat to be centered. I want it to be left. Can I adjust this at all? I told you I'm a time traveler. I can also bring back music from the future. And I can play it. Well, I have it, rather. Plus, I don't know what kind of, I don't know if there's some decent non-copyright music that I could get that's from that era. I would guess probably not, because digital music distribution was still really not common. So most things were through big labels that I'm sure will copyright claim their stuff. I gotta do like CSS to get these? That's so weird. I don't want this to be left displayed. It wouldn't be a Cuda stream if I wasn't trying to adjust my stream settings on stream. Well, I guess we'll deal with it being centered for now. I'll try to find out a way to fix that later. Hey Caleb, good to see you. Hope you're doing good tonight. Streaming over dial-up. That's a good question, actually. You probably wouldn't be able to stream at all over dial-up. I don't even know what upload speeds were like back then. Download speeds were in the kilobits per second, so... Justin TV came out in 2007, got it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's right. I think Justin TV was primarily not even gaming focused when it first came out. And they very quickly realized that gaming was the main place people would want to stream, so they pivoted and became Twitch TV, I think. I definitely remember watching some really early streams on Justin TV. Like gaming streams, but like way before it was like super common. And the quality there was so bad. TV shows on Justin TV? Did people like restream shows, or were like actual networks putting their shows on there? I wonder. I thought Twitch bought Justin TV. Maybe they just put him out of business. That was my impression anyway. Random people streaming South Park. That's awesome. Probably no one cared back then, because I'm sure it wasn't super well known. That's really funny though. Which is a great place to watch restreams of shows. I love it. There was a 24/7 AVGN channel. That actually sounds amazing. Though, how many episodes did he have back then? It was like, in 2007, he must have only had like 50 episodes, right? Maybe not even that many. Man, it's been a while since I watched AVGN. I need to catch up. I think I'm like a year behind now. It stopped popping up in my feed. I think I made the YouTube algorithm mad at me because I wasn't watching any of their content that wasn't Angry Video Game Nerd. So I think the algorithm ghosted me from that channel, which does happen sometimes. It does happen. So I am just over a quarter of the way to 69 fletching, so I have like 1 3/4 of a level to go, which I think is going to be around about 10 hours or so. I think I have about 10 hours left at Willows, but then I have 60 hours at Use, and then I have probably another 10 hours picking and spinning flax. So we're probably around 80 hours off of the the Magic Shortbow go for this month. The Magic Shortbow is going to be absolutely ridiculous, though. It's going to outclass DPS of my other best weapon, which is a Dragon Longsword, by ridiculous amounts at low defense monsters. I have access to very few range boosting armors, though, so like my accuracy is going to be pretty bad. But for the most part, a lot of what I'm going to be killing is pretty low level anyway, so it's going to be pretty great. Though I don't know what exactly I'll be killing. I guess I'll have to kill a lot of Chaos Druids again coming up, because all I do is kill Chaos Druids now. It's like actually kind of ridiculous. Killed Chaos Druids for like 40 hours just to get 55 Herblore. Can definitely see why supersets were so expensive back in the day. And RuneScape Classic supersets were like 15k each or something, I think, if you bought them certed. Certing was also a premium service too, because it took so long to cert things. Background position center. Let's get rid of that. I don't know what I just did. We'll figure it out. Hey, Casper's Prince of Darkness. Good to see you tonight. Hope you're doing good. And Curtis, good to see you as well. I'm doing really good. Thanks for asking. It's been a really chill and relaxing week for sure. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. I hope it's been a pretty chill one for you as well. We're just working on some more woodcutting on the Time Traveler, of course. Later tonight, we're going to explore a time capsule that was left behind by a pretty well-known and famous RuneScape player from like 2004 to 2006. I couldn't think of the year for some reason. So that'll be fun, but we're going to do that in just a little bit. Hey, Michael AB, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. It is. I am so excited for, super excited for Thursday Night Snow, honestly. It's one of my highlights of my weeks for sure. I look forward to it all week. It almost makes me want to stream more, but it's such a trade-off because I have so little free time to actually work on videos that if I streamed more, I just wouldn't get any videos out. It's definitely a catch-22. That kind of situation. Exams before reading week. Wait, what is reading week? I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, exam time is ridiculous. Jeez, I'm so happy I'm not in college anymore. Casper's, this is my Time Traveler account. I have a main account that I do on the Macro Efficient series that you may have seen on the channel as well. And that one's called Camera Cuda because it's like the cameraman for this account, basically. It's kind of like pretty much in the mid game right now. That's what it is. It's pretty cool though. Spring break in the fall. Oh, gotcha. That's cool. I wish I got a spring break in the fall. I wish that would be amazing. I mean, my school was so strict that I didn't even get a spring break at all one year. I basically got it taken away because of the way the dates on the calendar worked out. It's kind of ridiculous. Didn't have it in my university go 7 years ago. Oh, gotcha. That is pretty cool though. I mean, more breaks in school is a good thing for sure. School is so hard as it is. Oh, welcome to the channel, Caspers. Glad you subscribed. Yeah, if you're curious, I have a whole series building my main account, because basically I haven't really played this game in a standard non-restricted way since like pre-EOC. So I basically said it's time for me just to build a main account. So I figured I'd make a series out of it, and that's how Macro Efficient was born. It's pretty much just your standard main progress series with a little bit of a focus on macro efficiency for sure. Chunk restricted content is amazing, Omnum. I absolutely love a lot of chunk restricted people. Specifically, I love Slaybro, Limpwort, and Verf are my favorite chunk series right now. There's also a couple other niche ones I watch. There's Boucher, like BOUCR. He did a standard chunk lock, but it starts in Falador, which has been kind of interesting. And then also Source Chunk, who is the guy who actually built and developed the chunk picker tool that everyone uses in those series. He's got a series where he's actually trying to route the most optimal chunk route there is. Hey, 72 woodcutting. Look at that. So that's been pretty interesting. It's very, very thick, though. Like, he literally goes through all these different potential paths he could go through over, like, 20 minutes. But that's the kind of stuff I love. Definitely not for everyone, though. Yeah, Michael, I figured I'd soup up the stream a little bit here. I got the activity on the side. And then the chat here, but the chat is centered and I can't figure out how to make it not be centered. So you'll have to deal with it being a little centered right now, unfortunately. I hope that's not too bothersome. It only shows up for a couple seconds, so hopefully it's okay. I figured it would be better for a rewatching experience for sure, especially. Grats, Shat Dax No Sha. Leveled up next to me as well. Hey Killer, good to see you. Can always look forward to seeing you jump into stream. Winter Tot is fun, Caspers. You didn't really miss anything, Killer. We're just kind of getting warmed up tonight. And I've just been woodcutting, of course, on Macro Efficient. Or not Macro Efficient, Time Traveler. We'll do some exploration on this website I found in a little bit. But before that, I have one surprise that I want to show and includes you all in. It should be pretty fun. But I want to wait and see if some more people show up before I do that, because it's going to be pretty funny. Don't spoil it, Killer. You know we have to, though. We have to do it. There's no way we can't. It's not... we need to. You did get a brig krill win this week, Curtis. I mean, you got the pet, so I mean that's a pretty good win. Yeah, I suppose I should probably say that as well. If you are not aware, we have a clan in game called Cubbyhole. You are welcome to join as a guest. The guests have full talking privileges and whatever. You don't have to join the clan, or if you're already in another clan, you can still hang out here as a guest. However, if you'd like to join, just let us know, and anyone in the clan or I will get you an invite. And we do clan events hosted on the Discord, which is also linked below. Organized very kindly by Killer. And this week we had a Krill Sutharoth event. And Curtis here won with 2 KC. And Killer got second place with 0 KC. So not the most engagement on the event we've ever had, but the boss events are always tough because not a lot of people have access to them, unfortunately. Flexing the pet, that's awesome. Oh, awesome. Appreciate that. Yep, at the G if you need an invite. So Curtis's in-game name is Immortal, right? Yeah. Yeah, Immortal K12. Yes, if you're interested in joining, you can do that. Caspers, sorry, I missed your message. I have tried the HD plugin before. Let's actually turn it on. But I'm not a big fan of it personally, mostly because I play on Mac, and I can't get it to run. Now it's running pretty smoothly actually, but I've been having trouble getting it to run consistently smoothly, like all the time. Like it really is kind of hit and miss. I think depending on the area I'm in. It's just not officially super well supported on Mac yet, so I get a lot of stuttering and stuff. Not to mention it doesn't feel very old school. And at least on Macro Efficient, I started that series without it, so I kind of want to finish it without it too. But in the future, I'll probably use it. Like for Leagues 3, when I do a series on Leagues 3, I'll probably use it, depending on how well the performance is. Gave myself second with 0 KC because I thought hard about not going. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I bet it works really well on PC, Curtis. Unfortunately, I don't have a PC right now. I play on a MacBook, Michael. I want to build a PC at some point in the future, but I don't really need to just yet. At some point, the Mac will become the limiting factor in terms of content generation, though. So I will upgrade. It's just not the best for gaming content capture. It's really great for editing and stuff, though. So I'll probably still keep editing my footage on here. I really like the editing experience. And then also, I'm a software engineer by trade, so I work on a Mac, and it's just more natural to me anyway. But I've run into a lot of problems trying to get all the streaming working on here, the streaming setup, for sure. Yeah, I definitely want to build my own PC. My goal is to build a PC. So like I work from home, so I want to build a PC that I can have hooked up to my monitors on my desk where I work. But then I can also very easily hook up a computer or hook up my my work MacBook, and then just do work on those monitors, and then when I'm done I can swap back and forth easily. Because it would be a hassle for me to like have to swap back and forth a lot. Especially because like right now I do a lot of editing and stuff over my lunch break at work, so the more time I can save swapping between the platforms is better. But anyway, that's a really long-term goal. I want to build like a really good PC when I do. I don't want to build something that's only going to last me like a year. I want something that will last me at least a couple years. The other bad thing about building a PC right now is the cryptocurrency market has just completely messed up the cost of components. They're all over the place. Yep, exactly. A switcher for monitor connections. I've never gotten it working. I've tried it once before. I think it's because I bought like a really crappy switcher. So like I need to build a better one. My goal is that I can just like hook up my computer to its dock and then flip a switch, and then I have all my monitors set to work with my laptop. Should be pretty good. 6 years old, killer. That's getting up there. The last PC I built was in 2014, so actually it's probably 7 years old. But I sold it a while ago because I wasn't using it anymore after I got my MacBook. But I think I'm ready to make the jump back to it now. Content creation has kind of demanded it. Yeah, that's the way to go, is overbuilding it. That's what I want to do too. Overbuild it so it lasts a long time. Provided no components die in it. Especially growing up. Sneaky, sneaky. Who's under me? I love it. The joke's on you, though. Just you wait. Just you wait. That's amazing. You totally got it, Iron Herb. Well, actually, since you were the one who brought it out, why don't I show you what I got this last week while I was working? Let me just pop open the bank here, and there he is. There's the the little guy. Yeah, so we got a beaver this week as we were woodcutting. And we're going to see what the fate of the beaver is. Sometime later in the stream, we'll decide. This beaver did not exist when I am in the time period I am playing. And the official rules of my series say that I need to release this pet if I'm if I'm going to stick to the rules. I can't clear it from the collection log, obviously, but I think I need to release it. It didn't exist. It didn't exist. So we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with it. It definitely seemed like the chat's in pretty much consensus over here, though. Sorry, Iron, I ruined your joke. You have to make the money to insure it and be set back. Interesting. That's not a bad idea. The problem is I'd have to go to Artie, and I don't have Artie yet. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, though. I did have him yesterday, yeah. Exactly. I got him on, like, Tuesday, I think, or maybe Monday. I just knew it was going to happen, even though I didn't get the mining pet on my 100-hour mining grind. Can I have it? Sorry. Well, I mean, I would totally give it to you if I could, but I unfortunately cannot. The funny part is there's actually no release option. Like, I can't just release him. I can pick him up. I can drop him. So I think we have to die with him. Otherwise, it's... We're going to have to die with him. Otherwise, he might be able to go in the incinerator. I think that's the only way to get rid of him. Excessive luck exception. Excessive grinding exception. I know, but it didn't exist. I can't hold on to something that didn't exist. I could only hold on to things that did exist. If there's enough support, I guess we can keep him. Maybe at least hold on to him through the video so that we can decide what to do with him. ELE your way to Probitus. Yeah, fair. Well, like, I will have the money to insure him after this month too, because I'm gonna get like 6 million off of you longbows. So no. Well, to be fair, Killer, I haven't gotten a mother load pet either, and I've done 299 fire making set, or not mother load, tot pet, and I've done 299 fire making set tot. So that sucks. Insure it and die with it so you can have it in the pet shop. That's not a bad idea, but that does cost me $1 mil. Because I could also just keep him in the bank, and then it's kind of the same idea. I don't know. I'm still thinking I gotta release him, though. Wait, isn't it $1 mil to insure and 500k to get back? Oh no, it's 500k to insure and $1 mil to get back. You're right. Yeah, that's less painful, but $1 mil is still 500k is still pretty painful. Definitely not going to be as painful though. Hide him in the sea of bank blockers. Not a bad idea. Yeah, we'll have to do that. Or we could do that, rather, as an Easter egg. I don't know. I was just going to release him. I was just going to release him at the start of the stream, but, you know, I'm not so sure anymore. Yep, sorry, that was really loud. Imagine if there's a RuneScape Classic graphics client. Oh yeah, that would be really cool. The problem with it is it replaces models in game, and Jigus has already said RuneLite plugins that replace models in game are a no-no because it the bot detection code doesn't play with it well. Be sad to see him go. Yeah, me too, honestly. But also, he doesn't exist. He has to go away. He either needs to go in the recesses of my bank or into the pet insurance or into the incinerator. I guess we'll find out which. It's just it's really funny to me. It's kind of funny because I was planning on releasing a skilling pad if I got it from like the very get-go of the account. But it seems like, yeah, it seems like you guys in chat are really kind of against it, which I get, yeah. But it didn't exist. Let me see if this is actually a decent seed. Maybe someone can use it. It's a curry seed. Obviously, I can't keep bird nests. The pet releases juicy content, though. Yeah, I almost wonder if it's going to be like too... He did exist in IRL back then. I wonder if it's going to be almost like too bad. Like, people will be actually literally upset that I released him. But you could clickbait the thumbnail, though. That's the goal. Also, what happened to our music? Is YouTube glitching out on me again? I will guess I'll just use iTunes. Alright, 1 second. For some reason, YouTube playlists don't work very well for me. There we go. That'll work. I released what? Pokemon Blackout Beaver and Thumb? Yeah. There you go. Resend your Curlwin. Don't encourage him. That's so funny. Oh man. I've opened like none of my bird's nests this whole grind. I probably should have opened them and just seen how much value in seeds I was dropping by the end. It doesn't trigger any collection logs or anything, so it wouldn't have been bad to pick them up and drop them later. I'm on Team Timmy the Beaver staying. We release herons, though. Ooh, what you have against herons? That I'm curious of. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot I did a 76 fishing grind, too. We could have gotten the heron. I have the heron on my other Ironman, though. Like my proper Ironman that I didn't make a series of. Because it was created like way back when Ironman first came out. Oh, I ain't eating the clans. It'd be cool if you could invite pets to clans. I would definitely invite the beaver to the clan. Timmy the Beaver. RS is actually my favorite game by far, Caspers. There's no game that I've played as much as this and keep coming back to like I do this one. And I don't play alts per se, but I do play my macro efficient main account and this account at the same time when I can. I'm not a big fan of multi-logging, but I try to do it whenever I'm doing something really AFK, such as this on this account. Music is a bit loud. Noted. Let me go ahead and turn that down. Actually, let me turn it down. Oh, you know why it got loud? Because I swapped platforms. Sorry about that. That should be better. Thanks for giving me the heads up. So yeah, especially over the last week, I've been multi-logging both accounts a lot because I've been doing woodcutting on this account, which is incredibly chill, obviously. So it's actually no problem at all. But like, if I was picking flax and spinning it on this account, I probably wouldn't, because that's a little bit too much clicking for me. Hey Aaron, good to see ya. Thanks for jumping in the stream tonight. Appreciate the love. And I absolutely will do. I'll keep up with it. Only one account is a Zerk. Hey, that's pretty cool. I've always wanted to make a Zerker too, just something I never got around to. If I ever get around to it, I do want to play around with Barrow's Glove speed runs in the future. And if I do that, I'll probably use the account I used for an attempt for that to turn into a Zerker. Because may as well. I've definitely always been a little interested in PvP, just not ever enough to like get super dedicated to learning it. LMS has made it a lot easier to learn though. I'm a lot more confident than I was before playing a lot of LMS. LMS is pretty fun though. Would next be before release content? Before re-release content when it is re-released? No, I'm still gonna follow the OSRS development line, Curtis. So like even God Wars, for example. Technically, God Wars came out like right after the 07 back update, but there were a couple updates to old school RuneScape before God Wars came to it. So I'll be doing everything in like the old school RuneScape development line. So I won't be doing next for probably like 4 years. Oh, sweet. Caspers, I will add you on this account. And try to remember to add you on the other one. And also definitely feel free to join the clan if you would like an invite to Immortals at the GE for that. So, hey, European Links. Good to see you tonight. Some people have so many accounts. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm one of them, honestly. Gosh, how many accounts do I even have? I have Time Before and Macro Efficient. I have my Skiller. I have a free-to-play Rune 2H Pure. I have my other Ironman, like my regular normie Ironman, not Snowflake Ironman. Is it just the 5? I technically have an alt I worked on for a little while. So 6? Yeah. I have like 6 accounts I've worked on enough to actually call it like accounts. Having so few accounts feels rare. Yeah, seriously. That's exactly what I was thinking too, Curtis. It's actually going to be like a breeze to make content on this account after we hit like RS2 release, really, because a lot of the early RS2 content is pretty straightforward. I think pretty much until we hit Slayer, which is like a year of time from RS2 release. And then we have a couple longer grinds after that too, like Barrows and Calphi Queen and that kind of stuff. So it should be pretty great. Oh, I didn't even think about RS3. Yeah, I technically have an RS3 main and an RS3 Iron as well. But I haven't played either of those since 2015. It's been a long time. I had fun though. I'd like to go back to RS3 someday. I'm thinking at some point I'll do an RS3 series. Just as like a casual one. The rule-on bosses I can do. Basically just try my best to actually do them. And then get all the best in slot drops from them. So like, for example, we've already confirmed that KBD is going to be basically impossible with my restrictions, but I'm still going to try my damnedest to get 1 kill. It only drops a D-Med though, as upgrades, so it's not like the biggest deal in the world to get that. Yeah, Iron Grinds are can be pretty uninteresting links. On my Ironman, I was basically just working on getting a stack of 100k Karambwans because I didn't want to have to fish ever again. So that was where I left off with that. I think it was at like 60k. Oh yeah, group Ironman with friends is a good call too. Yeah, Killer, it's supposed to be, the idea is to complete the log, but no pets, obviously, because pets don't exist until later. Even when they do exist, I don't require them because basically the account would also just become a pet hunter account, and that's not the point of the series. So pretty much like all log items. However, for something like raids where log completion is potentially like way too many hours, I'm probably gonna just do 1 mega rare. But also we're going to be that's so many years off at this point. It's gonna be a while. That's a good idea, Curtis. Jump back to R3 every once in a while just to do those things. Area locked Ironman are really cool, Michael. I want to do an area locked Ironman at some point too. I just don't know when or where. I've been looking at potentially doing a one tile equals 1000 XP Ironman. I forgot to sell my bows. I'm such a fool. I don't know if you've ever seen that series. There's like a tile locked one where you have to buy tiles for XP. I would be interested in doing something like that. That seems like it'd be really interesting. Not Fremi, yeah. Fremi is horrible. You have to take so many exceptions to even begin to make progress there. There's just not enough content. Swamp Athletics definitely hit the gold mine. I think Mauritania Locked is the most interesting by far. For sure. Area Locked Group Iron, this would be so cool. I'm really surprised no one has jumped on it yet. That would be such a cool series to watch. It'd be a tough one to make though, because there's going to be so much going on. Fremi Locked Northern. Fremi, if you want to see a Fremi like Northern IM is cool, you mean Northern UIM is someone on YouTube? I can't believe Framed didn't put that out, killer. I'm not sure what that means. You mean Framed was thinking about... Oh, because Gridlocked. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, never mind. I just don't know how to think. I don't know how to read. Northern UIM. Let me check that out. What's it gonna be? Oh, that's a beaver. Banana seed. Oh, I see. Yep, Northern UIM. I will check that out. Let me add that to my watch later, actually. There we go. Sweet. Thanks for the suggestion. I'd be really curious to see a Freminate Locked Ironman. See if it actually goes far. Gridlocked Group Ironman. That would be pretty cool. Sorry, Iron Herb. I'm just like dropping my nests. I don't have to empty them. I mean, I haven't been doing any anyway. Well, there's a champion running by right there. There's been so many Group Ironmen running around this area. It's so cute. I really thought the hype would die down much faster, but there's still so many brand new Group Ironmans running around here. And chopping away at these willows with me. It's great. Oh, Dave's in Guide for Us All series is my favorite Group Ironman series too. Just the fact that they did such a unique goal and route. Like, who thinks to rush bandos? It's so funny. It's actually so cool. My own iron is a random chunk locked account. Oh. So do you have like a set amount of time in like one random chunk on the map? Or does it just like pick a random chunk that you're stuck to? That sounds pretty interesting. They said at the Maples, that's true. The new Group Ironmans. Oh, Group Ironman is so popular. I mean, it's literally co-op RuneScape. It's such a good idea. You can access old chunks. Okay. Interesting. That does sound pretty cool. I also had an idea to do a like a completely randomly generated Ironman. Like everything I do is randomly picked. So like a bit like shoot, what is Task Locked or whatever? The one where the guy is doing the collection log. It goes like the collection log. That one. That one, but instead of like collection log items, you actually grab like on the list. You could basically do like complete a quest or train a skill or that kind of stuff. But I haven't like fully fleshed it out in my head, but it'd be interesting to see. And then basically just write a script that picks one of those things every time. It'd be pretty interesting. It's all we all played 10 years ago. Absolutely. You trade your friends into whales. Except you occasionally go to Father World 2 and then it gets scammed out of your glory amulet. That's pretty much how it works. Alright, I suppose we should get started with what we're doing tonight. I like to try to hang on around a little bit before we actually do. So, someone in Discord introduced me to this today, and I had completely forgotten about it. Earlier this week, actually. Let's do this. There we go. It's so fancy. Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do, actually. Let me proceed to break everything. There we go. Okay, cool. We're good. You can access old chunks to get a new chunk. I have to complete a task in my current chunks. Oh, got it. Sweet. That's pretty cool. 99 fire making Caspers probably takes from 90, I would say 30 hours. It's not too bad, actually. It goes pretty fast. I actually think you're right, Killer. I do think that they pushed Group Ironman back, or they pushed leagues back because of Group Ironman. I mean, I always thought they were too close together anyway. Seriously. Okay, so this is a website that was introduced to me this week. I don't know if anyone knows of Novalife. Novalife was a really famous player, at least back in like 2004 to 2006. Everyone knows who Zezima was, because Zezima was the first person to max on the game. But Novalife was the second person to max, and he actually passed up Zezima on the high scores for just like a week or so. And he basically played pretty extensively from 2004 to 2006 and then just vanished. And pretty much no one really knows what happened to him. He kind of just vanished from the community altogether. But while he was playing, he made this website that it basically is like a perfect documentation of his experience playing RuneScape. So it's an amazing time capsule of all of the screenshots and stuff that he documented from 2004 to 2006, which is a pretty cool little experience to go through if you played during that era. It's a great historical thing. It's not actually on the internet anymore. It's on Web Archive. So some links are broken, but I was clicking through it today and it seems like most of them are working. So with any luck, we'll find some cool stuff in here. Hey Ampre, good to see you tonight. I hope you're doing good tonight. We're just about to start digging into Novalife's website here. Should be pretty fun. I just realized there's a backup from like October. Alright, I just realized there's a backup from like October 2018. What is this? I want to know what that is. Oh, it's just a 404. I wonder if that's when it finally went down. I'm curious. Yeah, okay. It's been down for a while, but it got fully stored in the Wayback Machine, which is pretty cool. I just woke up. That actually sounds amazing. Oh man, I have been so tired this week. All right. So this is a pretty fun little website. So let's go ahead and dig in. It should be pretty good. So basically, just kind of take a look through and see what we can find. So Novalife did a lot of documentation about his experiences playing the game, and like did it in a really storyteller-esque form. Like everything's really kind of dramatized and really kind of written to like high fantasy, so like it's pretty interesting. But I thought this was pretty interesting in particular. It just has a little bit of information about who he actually was. He says his name is Jordan, and he was 21 in 2006. So a little older than most of us. But he was also an engineering student, which I thought was pretty cool. So there's also some pictures on here of him. I'm not going to show those. You know where you can find them if you really want to see them. But it just felt weird, just like pictures of a guy, basically. But some of these games on here are pretty cool too. Like Age of Empires, StarCraft was a big one that I played. Diablo 2 I didn't play, but I know it was really popular. Age of Empires I played a lot. It's pretty good. It's pretty interesting that he didn't start playing RuneScape until RuneScape 2 came out, whereas most of the top of the high scores people back then had started playing pretty much in RuneScape Classic. So like he shot up out of nowhere. I don't know if he knew like efficiency to a point that almost no one else understood back then, or if he just played a ton. But he basically maxed his account in a little over 2 years, at a time when almost no one knew how to like max an account efficiently, and the methods were much more limited. And there's like no GE and stuff. I think that's incredibly interesting. And it's like info about posers, like people impersonating him on these websites, like the RuneScape Escape forums, which are the forums I think he ran that are now gone. But the Tippet, RuneHQ forums, Room Monkey, classic stuff. But he actually like writes a whole poem here, or like a whole story about his experience joining the game, basically. It says, I first awoke on Turtle Island. I was in a place entirely new to me. Dazed, I set forth exploring this curious world. I came across islanders who asked for my name. I replied, Nova Life, a whisper from a dream. Slowly they opened my eyes, showed me sights, and taught me how to fish, smith, mine, and fight. I'm definitely not going to read this all, but I don't know. At least for me, back then, I also did this kind of thing where I like overly dramatized my experiences in the game. So it's very nostalgic for me. At some point, I should share the RuneScape fanfiction I wrote, which was like 2006 as well. I know it's somewhere. I have to find it. But that is just, that's a pretty classic one for me too. So it's just like, I feel like I would have done the same thing. But let's get moving on. Let's get to something a little bit more interesting, which is the skills, some actual screenshots. There's a lot of screenshots on here. Chat text, no shots, says in game. Did you just get Bieber? We'll enlighten him on what happened with that. This banner here is so nostalgic. So I wish you could read it all. It could be fun. Maybe I will. Actually, it's just kind of long, so it's really interesting though. So this banner is really nostalgic. This was really common to have on forums back in the day. You'd have this as a signature, and it basically pulls your stats from the high score, so it would update automatically. So it's like pretty interesting to see this. I love it. There's only 1 minute ago. That's funny. So these are just some skill achievements that he had. Some of these links are broken, but many are not. So this is from 2006, right? Yeah, July 2006. So sitting in the basement of the Lumbridge Castle. This one doesn't actually look that different than old school, honestly, because it's pretty close to 2007. But there was no hunter. But a lot of the skill tabs looks the same. 20 mil fletching experience. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty great. This is probably a high scores image. Yeah, exactly. So Lililfi, I don't know how to pronounce that name very well. She was basically another really big name on the high scores back then. She was a bit of a different one though, because she lagged behind in total experience. Or total level rather, and had a lot of total experience. So like this image is pretty nostalgic for me because I used to crawl the high scores a lot looking at these accounts and seeing like, oh my gosh, you're not max, but you have 127 million ranging experience. That's ridiculous. Apparently she just needed farming and rune crafting and no construction, but I want to say she stopped playing at that time and didn't do construction when it came out. Nova Life had 200 mil cooking experience really early on too, before 200 mils were really a common thing. Playing artists as a kid was making plate bodies and selling them in a general store. That actually sounds legit, even though you can make a lot more money selling it to Horvik. I remember when I found out you could sell to various things for more money to different shops, it like blew my mind. Fishing lobbies in Catherby. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, the whole 76 fishing grind in Catherby was super nostalgic for me. So it looks like these are just more fletching experience milestones. Just kind of sitting in the Lumberj Bank, I guess. 100 mil fletching experience. Super chill. Alright, let's keep moving on. So the histories page, I want to say is... Yeah, this one's got some pretty cool pictures on it as well. And this is, like, really interesting for me, like, about the actual person that Nova Life was. Like, this is the kind of stuff I was also noting about my accounts and, like, making a journal about. It's, like, totally the same for me. He, like, notes that he was in the Black Arm gang. Noted his Frem nickname was Denkal. Noted what company he worked for the Giant Dwarf. Like, do you remember what company he worked for Giant Dwarf? I don't. Actually, I think I do. I think I work for Green Gemstone. Rank 1 overall from May 31st to June 14th, 2006. Former rank 3 farmer, former rank 5 builder, I assume construction, and third account to reach 20,079 skill total right before construction came out, and then was the first to reach max after construction came out in 2006. I specifically remember that. Rank 4 chef, it was 200 mil, basically fourth person to 200 mil cooking experience back at a time when 200 mil was a ridiculous achievement even in cooking. Top 10 slayer and top 10 herbalist, which is amazing. He even notes his chosen banner and crest is the horse. That's pretty interesting. A lazy cat named Basket and a pet fish named Addie. It's so great. You know, you don't have to join Perputer. I think that's just what the quest guide recommends. The questing plugin recommends. What the hell is Shandex no Shawshank game? What is going on here? Oh man. Yeah, I think the efficient quest guide puts you through Purple Pewter. I joined Green Gemstone though. I think Purple Pewter is closest to the bank. I think that's the idea there. Looking through some of these screenshots is really great though. This one is really nostalgic. Getting the fire cape. This was... I guess we don't know the exact date this was. Is it noted in here? I don't think so. It just says this is an achievement, so it could be any time. But it's definitely pre-2006 because of these vials. These were like 2005 vials and 2004 vials, I think. So I think it was probably shortly after Fight Capes came out. But look at the inventory. He's got full Guthans with the black Dragonhide body switch and the Ranger boots. Broad arrows. Prayer potions with the Holy Wrench. Ranging potion and some sharks. That's like a classic fire cape setup right there. Gotta love the Guthans especially. Oh man. That's just so cool. Edip White Knights. I guess that's just a little... This is in the way. It's just surviving talking about it, I guess. Vanquishing the Caller Airmancer. This is closer to 2007 old school escape. The kitchen looks different though. That's interesting. Because Recipe for Disaster came out at the end of 2006. So this is definitely a little bit of a different time here. This is pretty interesting. Hold quest complete screen here. Love it. Full Rogues outfit, which I find is really interesting because if you didn't know, Full Rogues did not give you double loot from thieving until like well into old school RuneScape's development history. So it was basically just a cosmetic outfit. It had a little bit of a niche use because it was so light and gave some decent defense bonuses, but it was not super useful. So I just love the guy in this Snelm over here. So there's just like no point in getting that, but he got it anyway. I mean, I got it too, so. Big shark trophy. This must be from 2006, I think. So, mounted it in the house. Apparently he fished 5,700 sharks to get it. That's a lot. Rune Defender. Obviously, Rune Defender was the best defender there was. That's, oh, he has them all in the inventory right there. That's pretty sweet. Oh man, look at the old Cyclops. Look at this guy. I did not even know Cyclops looked like that. I didn't know Cyclops had an old model. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. I remember Sal's Realm recommending it for Quest to stay light. Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely remember getting it, using it for Quest too, because it was like super light armor. Because don't forget, we didn't have Graceful back then, and we didn't have very many weight-reducing items. It was like pretty much just Boots of Lightness. And the Hunter Cape when it came out eventually. Champion Challenge. He also completed the Champion Challenge, which is pretty interesting. If there was a Completionist Cape back then, he would have had it, I think, because he was fully maxed. Not to all 200 mils, but fully maxed and completed all quests and had the Champion's Cape, basically. There was no Champion's Cape back then, though. It's like, geez, there must have only been like a single-digit number of people who actually completed this content back then. It's ridiculous. Sal's Rem Goat. Yeah, absolutely. And then he actually has the history of all of his level ups here. All of his 99s. So some pretty nostalgic pictures here. This is what, 2005? April 23rd, 2005. 99 hit points, no farming, just Slayer. Killing Abyssal Demons in the Slayer Tower. It's pretty good. 85 Slayer. No other 99s, just that. Apparently firemaking was the second 99, which is interesting for the time, because it was even more useless than it is now. Man, the UI looks so different, it's great. I won't go through all of these. Just some of the older ones are pretty cool. Cooking and Fletching, of course, classic early 99s. Even nowadays. 200 million cooking, what does that one look like? Let's see. I need to grind out one out soon links instead to have the music cape. Oh, that one's missing. The image is missing. You need the music cape for... Oh, yeah, you need a champion scroll to get the music cape. Yep, that's right. Let's look at construction. Oh, look at that. There's a party. I love it. Looks like he played in the actual client, which was pretty uncommon, not a browser. Got a nice little house party going on here. It's pretty good. People pinging him in chat. That's pretty great. I don't know what this item is. What is this item? I wonder what that is. He was the first person to get 99 construction who was maxed, basically. Killed more goblins than him. That's pretty great. These ones are probably one of the most interesting parts here. Is he took a picture of the high scores at the end of every month. So you can kind of see the progress of the account. This is one of the oldest pictures on the website, I think. July 2004. So this was his first month playing. And looks like he was free to play only. Judging by the skills. No Slayer, just rune crafting. RuneScape 2 had only been out for a couple weeks at that point. No, a couple months. It was like April it came out. And it had some pretty good skill levels for your first month in free to play, though. I mean, not going to complain about those levels. That's pretty great. Talking about getting members in chat there. It's pretty good stuff. Yeah, RuneScape did have a client back then. It was really hard to get. I know you had to like dig through the website to get it. They preferred you played in browser because you could get an ad. If you downloaded the client, though, it was an easy way to get around the ad, at least for a while, until they started putting an ad in the client. Because there used to be a banner ad on the page when you played on free to play. It was annoying because it would refresh too. Yeah, it had a client. It was pretty helpful. Let's look at some of more of these photos. So second month, still free to play. Man, those are some pretty beefy skill levels. Is he using a rune battle axe? He is using a rune battle axe, isn't he? Oh, look at this is the browser. Okay. Yep, he's using a rune battle axe. That is really cute. I love it. Absolutely love it. Real arcade. That's great. There's some pretty good skills there. Seriously. The banner ad was a scam half the time. Absolutely. Okay, now this is where I think most of these from here on out are just high scores pictures. So, I mean, rank 3K, 3,500 at, 1278 total level. Not bad. That's pretty good. It looks like he became a member now as well. He's got 74 agility. Wow. So from July to August, he became a member and he went up to 74 agility, 61 thieving, and 50 herb lore. Pretty good. Rank 281. That's pretty cool. It's a little different back then. Agility was unbearable. Unbearable back in the day. Hey, Bren. Yeah, this is actually the, we got the beaver, whoops, sorry. We got the beaver pet this week while just grinding at the Willows here. We're currently we were discussing earlier if we're going to release the pet or not. But I think people are convincing me to hold on to it, or at least hold on to it until the video comes out, and then we'll decide what to do with it. So I'll keep it in the bag for now. Keep the pet, yeah. Everyone's agreeing. I mean, I kind of understand it. It's pretty cute, though. Not gonna lie. It didn't exist, though. Wow, rank 1500 at 1383 total level. That's actually ridiculous. And this was 2004. Like, this was not... Geez, people had that total level in the first week of Old School coming out. Hey, Bing Bong, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. I'm all right, I guess. Just wanted to let you know. What do you mean by that? Still 74 agility. 82 woodcutting is the highest level. It's pretty cool. October? Agility was pretty unbearable. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, your options were basically Gnome course, Barbarian course, or Wilderness course. That was it. Oh, I appreciate that, Bing Bong. Gotcha. Appreciate the love. 80 fire making already. Rank 685 in October with 1473 total level. I mean, there are, what, 4 less skills? Yeah, there's 4 less skills to work with here, so that's a pretty good total level. As you can see, most are in the 80s already, which is pretty good. 78 agility, not bad. Really like that agility. Barb course burn into the cell for sure. Oh, absolutely, me too. Yeah, Bren, it is definitely purely cosmetic and does not detract from the series. And the beaver is pretty cute. But I'm at least gonna ask in the video. Let's see what happens. It'll be pretty interesting to see. Yeah, pets are super rare, but the original rule document I wrote, I was planning to release it from the beginning. So, I mean, we could adjust the rules. That's in our power. Rank 551 at 1500 total. There. What about December? Wait, did I just look at December? 300. No 99s yet. The interesting part is, like, all these non-combats were really pretty much on par with his combats. But without Slayer, there wasn't really a reason to excessively grind combats at all, other than making money, which you can make decent money through skills too. So let's take a look at rank 166. Wow. Let's take a look at July, the first screenshot of year 2. Wow, rank 10, 1964 total level, There was no Slayer yet. And he's 185 million total experience. That's pretty good. I mean, I feel like even if you're playing a lot of hours, you still have to have some pretty good knowledge of efficiency to achieve these numbers in 1 year with the methods that were available. Like, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, it definitely kind of shows that this person was like 20 when the rest of us were like 7. But I mean, that's just like, that's pretty cool. Only 7 people had higher herb lore. He got 99 herb lore already. That's pretty cool. 85 farming. Oh, I guess farming came out in that time. Oh, there's Slayer. Okay, yeah, so there are a couple new skills. He was the most efficient of the inefficient. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I totally missed Slayer and farming. They were released before July of 2005. Slayer was released in February of 2005 specifically. That is really cool, though. Really cool to see. And then, of course, looking at the end of year 2, I don't think he goes all the way to the end. This is like June of 2005, right? Oh, no. This is up in 2006. Yeah, so this is technically year 3. But yeah, he was basically maxed, pretty much rank 1, 200 mil cooking in 2 years. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, pretty cool progress there, for sure. So, unfortunately, this section is defunct because he moved it onto the forums, which are now dead and I can't seem to access. I don't know if they were backed up very well on the web archive, but these were basically just like his logs of leveling up the skills. But he did still provide this TXT file here that basically just provides a really loose guide of how he did things. So we can kind of get a look into how efficient was he actually, which is pretty nifty. So looking at the combat guide, basically says combat 3 to 35, chickens in Lumbee Goblin Hut, which is, kind of makes sense. There was no waterfall quest, at least probably at the time he was training in 2004. I don't remember specifically when it came out. 35 to 40, he recommends going to the Goblin Village, which is weird. Why would you just want to stay in the Goblin Hut? 40 to 55, dwarves and dwarven mines. 55 to 87, weirdly, Draenor jail guards, and then 87 to 100, Yanil ogres. 105 Yanil chaos druids. 105 to 115, Slayer via Edgeville Master. He probably actually these follow the updates of his progress too, in specific. So then he just trained attack at Abyssal Demons, and then Dragon Bones. Yep, that makes sense. But specifically like Goblin Village and Dwarves and Dwarven Mines, man, that was what we did back in the day. Goblin Village has more HP and almost the same stats. Jeez, look, see, I don't even know that. And this guy knew this all the way back in 2004. Wow. Oh, man. 99 strength via Xanaris Slayer using a Darok set. Love it. Ranged chickens in the Lumbee Goblin Hut. Dwarves under White Wolf Mountain. Yogers east of Shiloh. Yanil ogres, chaos druids, moss giants, weirdly, and then Slayer for ranged as well. Magic was pretty much done with strike spells. Crumble Undead, 45 to 65, wow. Crumble Undead was extremely classic. Classic way to train up combat. Almost nothing could autocast it back then, though, which is the weird part. Combat training camp for range? Yeah, seriously. Oh, man. Elked at the Arty Nature Chest from 65 to 87. Wow. I wonder if it was harder to get nature runes back then. Elked at Edgeville while selling products, and then elked rune ores in the elked at rune ores in the Heroes Guild. Oh, probably waiting for them to respawn. That makes sense, yeah. I thought for a second he was elking rune ores. This is pretty good. Rune crafting did Air Earth runes solo, and then did hiring friends as runners. Look at this efficiency. It's pretty cool. Higher creds at runners from 35 to 44. And then nature law runes via Abyss, probably because Abyss came out pretty quickly thereafter after runecrafting was available. Swapped to fire rings, which was probably pretty fast. And then did law. So fast free laws in World 66. I don't know if anyone knows about that. That's was basically like people would run you essence to craft them laws, and then like you get to get all the experience and they get all the runes. So it was a really good way to train your rune crafting. And there's a lot of people who would run essence back then. Law running was extremely classic. And then of course 2-time nature exchange via runners, of course. Any high level player got their rune crafting up by being a 2x nature's host. Let's just breeze through the rest of these real quick. Agility, pretty much, yeah, gnome course, barbarian course, agility, arena to get 1,000 tickets, and then wow, from 52 to 66, that sounds miserable. And then wilderness course, and then werewolf course. Look at werewolf course got in there too, pretty cool. Like druidic ritual and jungle potions. Yep. Apparently he picked all of his herbs and secondaries by himself to 75. That's pretty cool. And then he started buying it. Pretty good. Pickpocketed the man in the fishing guild. That's weird. Why was he in the fishing guild part pickpocketing that one? That's interesting. Artie Cake Stall. Alcard Guards and Wilderness Rogues. Yeah, pretty classic stuff. Artie Knight. Yep. Wow, we did 61 to 73 on Yenil Watchmen. Okay, Watchmen are so bad. Like, that is actually horrible. The Watchmen have such a low percentage chance of success. That's ridiculous. Casters, yeah, we can go back and read the intro for sure. Yeah, there was no easy way of getting laws back then, European links. You could buy them from shops, but I'm sure the shops were mostly bought out back then. Unless you went there during a system reset. And also you had to have access to the Magic Guild. And they were like 300 each, so they were a lot more valuable back then. Runes in general were a lot more valuable back then. Crafting clay, gems, leather bodies, yeah, pretty classic stuff. Green and blue dragon bodies via forms, that makes sense. Yeah, don't forget most of these skills were trained before GE too. Or they were all trained before GE rather. Did 1 to 85 Slayer on the Edgeville Master, Vanica. That's interesting. And then Znare Master. And then finally Shell Village Master after. Very interesting. Oh, I guess he hadn't got 99 Slayer when this was written yet. Copper, Tin, and Iron. Power and Mine Iron. Yep. 60 to 78 Coal in the Mining Guild. Wow. Power Mined Iron in Yenil. That's a classic mine too. Dorgeshin mines under Lumbridge Castle, it did to 95, and then did granite from 95 to 99. That's pretty cool. Smithing, pretty much just iron plate bodies. Yeah, pretty much just plate bodies. Steel studs for studded bodies from 60 to 63. That is interesting. Why would you smith so many steel studs? Smelt X and smith iron plates in Shiloh. Interesting. Smith iron and steel arrow tips. Smith cannonballs from 87 to 89. That's pretty good. 89 to 99. Bought and Smith steel plates. That's amazing. Killer, do you mean what's next? What's for next week's stream? Next week's stream, we're doing a trivia stream again. So that should be pretty fun. Cooking all fish items. Yeah, pretty much just cooking. Fire making, chopped and burned blogs. Yeah, that's pretty much bought and burned use from 90 to 99. Pretty, big roller. Did use from 65 to 91 woodcutting. That's pretty good. Gnome Stronghold, pretty classic place. And then Willows to 99. No teak trees. That's a knock to the efficiency there. Oh, teak trees probably didn't even exist until the very end. So never mind. Whoops. Farmed all patches, even hops. Farmed all patches minus hops. And then farmed herbs, magic trees, palms, and specials. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then did oak larders with planks and butler to 99. Wow, only oak larders, no dungeon doors. That's interesting. D'hide come out? D'hide came out at the release of RuneScape 2. That's when they released all the ranged armor because they tried to define the combat triangle then. Alright, so that's it for this page. Let's keep moving on. I forget what this $ page is. I don't even know if it's here. Oh yeah, bank picks. That's right. So I'm not even going to go through all of these. Well, I guess let's go through the first one and then let's go through the last one because that's the most interesting one. It's pretty sick. You know, this is a pretty modest bank here. Got all the special swords. Got, you know, decent stacks of runes. Some pretty cool old icons here, that's for sure. The old logs icons. Pretty cool. Got a cat in there. 108 amulets of magic for some reason. All these secondaries. Best in slot weapons were Dragon Long and Dragon Battle Axe. Here's that Dragon Hide armor you're talking about. He made own studs for studded leather bodies because he made them a crafting guild. Woo! Wow, that is an interesting method. Maybe we'll have to try that one day. That's a good call out though. Yeah, it was so organized. Seriously. Especially with no bank tabs or anything. Oh yeah, here's some bolt tips, I guess. I mean, those are studs right there. It's so interesting. Rune essence here. And like this is, the bank was like pretty small, Ibn Staff. Best in slot gloves here, Clanks gauntlets, climbing boots, good stuff. All right, let's grab that end of July 2006 bank pick though. Let's see how much our man made in the process. 237 mil cash stack. Notice it's not white text, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, that was pretty much best in slot armor, Henry. The rune plus the black dragon hide. There was no dragon armor yet, I don't think. Oh, there was like a dragon med and dragon square shield he was missing, I guess, so. Yeah, there was a couple dragon items he could have had. But this is 2006, July 2006. Right before he stopped playing. I like the energy potions up near the top for efficiency. That's pretty cool to see. Got all the logs here still. Got the herbs matched up with their secondaries now here. Apparently he picked 243 nightshades for some reason. Or maybe those are belladonna, I'm not sure. They're used for a potion, I think. And farm all the farming stuff here. Some laws and some bars and ores. Got all of the quest items here for sure. I guess he was collecting talismans, 138 chaos and 189 cosmic. That's interesting. Got all the potions here, 64,000 iron arrows, lots of black dragon hide. This must be for like abyss rune crafting right here. This was like standard abyss rune crafting equipment for sure. Yeah, you know, the rune slayer drops that no high level player ever elked, because they like to see him build up. Here's some of that dragon equipment for sure that you could have. And then we got barrows too. You know, Varrox and stuff. This is actually a pretty modest bank for the time. I think Zezima's bank was more impressive than this. Got some clue scroll stuff going on here. Yep, the pouches. Probably did a lot of rune crafting, it looks like. There's a green dragon, a green Halloween mask, which is basically discontinued at this point in time. So I think that was somewhere around like 10, 12 mil. Pretty interesting to see. Oh yeah, Nightshade is used to make P++, that makes sense. Yeah, this man has a lot of helmets, that's for sure. Look at the old Fire Cape logo. It's so weird looking. It's like so little. 56 rune. Looks like he was doing some rune crossbow smithing. That was probably some decent money back then. Still a pretty tidy bank too. Definitely did some abyss rune crafting. Here's some like low level pickaxes too. That's pretty nifty. Item wish list. I think these are just pictures of him getting the items. Yeah. Oh, look at that moss giant. This must be like 2005. Oh, look, Swift Switch. There you go. That's classic. So we got a dragon square shield from a moss giant. That's so cool. Man, I love the moss giant. Old school. That's so cool. Whoops, let's reset that. Okay. Abyssal Whip drop, March 9, 2005. So this was probably like 3 or 4 weeks after Slayer came out. I have procured a whip. That's amazing. Buy flax. Must be talking about crafting training. One of the first whips in the game for sure. Dragon Medium Helmet was obtained March 18, 2005 from a, Abyssal Demon. That makes sense. Doing some Abyssal Demon Slayer. The cool thing is, like, it looks like he was doing the prayer method of Slayer with, like, monk's robes and prayer on and lots of prayer potions. I feel like that was pretty non-standard back in the day. Dragon Spear, October 7th, 2005. Also from an Abyssal Demon. That's pretty cool. You playing all the time. That's funny. And this is someone getting abducted by a random event. Oh yeah, that attack menu is amazingly nostalgic. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm surprised he had no party hats, Henry. That is actually super odd. Usually you would expect them to, but don't forget he also started in 2004, so he didn't get a chance to get the discontinueds like Zezima and others who started from the beginning. So getting a Dragon Spear, yeah, that's a tough one. Dragantane, Dragon Leg, Granite Legs? Granite Legs, what are Granite Legs from nowadays? When did they come out? 2005. Skeletal Wyverns. Wow. I did not know that. I thought those came out in old school. Well, today I learned. They've been out since 2005. Almost forgot that Skeletal Wyverns didn't just come out with old school. They were just buffed in old school. They were just pretty dead content before that. He explains on his FAQ, didn't complain about rares. Oh, interesting. Didn't care about rares. Okay, yeah, let's get there. Let's go check that out. Oh, yeah, it's right here. So in the QA, he says, where are your rares? Up until the end of June 2006, I didn't have any interest in rare items. And now he's currently building up money to afford a Piad set. I feel like he almost had enough, because I don't think a Piad set was too much more than like 200 or 300 mil, which is what he had. That's interesting. 40 mil to 400 mil in under a month. Abyssal Whips when they were 26 to 28 million. That's amazing. Can you sell item max? Nope. Do you loan items? Nope. Bank is organized categorically. On the first page, there's common tools, runes, and food. From the second page onwards, I attempt to group items in a transitional way. For example, wood planks and fleshing items tend to go together, as do herbs and seeds, and so on. The last page is mainly for items which cannot be grouped due to uniqueness. The 11 purple amulets are not fury amulets, they're salve amulets. Interesting. I collect strange fruits, but not from other people. My bank is a skiller's bank. Nothing fancy, just enough to start work on any skill. Oh, so modest, so humble, so cute. I love this. I think this was like a, an app that someone made online that allowed you to plan out your house, because laying out a house is super painful back in the day, because there was no way to just rearrange houses like we have now. So this was a easy way to do it. So he used this to map out his house, which is pretty interesting. And also, like, it was actually a cool looking house. Not a super big call for efficiency. Like, you'd have to run from here to here, but at least you have the chapel next to the garden. So that's pretty cool. The portal room all the way up here. It's pretty cool. And there's like actually pictures of the rooms here. Oh, I don't know how many actually exist though anymore. Yeah, these ones might all be dead, unfortunately. Someone didn't get these in time. They're just pictures of the rooms, I'm sure, though. Yeah, all dead. That's pretty cool, though. Now, what is this one? War. I wonder what this one is. Ah, combat and battle pictures. Gladiators Cavalier. I serve the gladiators. Is this still alive? No. Nope, the clan is dead, unfortunately. My rank is Cavalier, and my duties include fighting for the clan, defending its honor, and upholding clan integrity. The Gladiators has its roots deep in RuneScape history, being one of the oldest clans remaining. Over 220 active members call this clan home and are proud to fight in her wars. Active from August 26th to September 12th, 2004. and then December 8th to present. That's so interesting. So these are going to be some cool pictures in here. Yeah, I hope they're still on the website. Some good old school RuneScape 2004 Clan Wars. Ah, no, it's not here. Dang it. I bet these would be some pretty cool ones. There we go. Yep. There's a free-to-play Clan War for you. Man, I don't even know how you organize this kind of thing back then. There was no Discord or anything. That's so interesting. Look at all everyone standing around in their green capes and their full rune. The old emote screen here too. That's so cool. Gotta love it. Beginning of the mini war. Versus EOH versus TD versus Anarchy versus BK. Corruption. I don't recognize any of these names. Good old school clan wars here. We have trouble filling a BA. Yeah, exactly. Clans nowadays sell their own websites. Yeah, that makes sense in clan forums. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, clans, I don't know, maybe there's still some pretty big clans too. I definitely feel like they're not quite as common as they were. I feel like everyone had to be in a clan back in the day. Let's just grab a couple of these at random. That's just complete chaos. That's so interesting. He was pretty much maxed at this point, though. Super interesting. Whisked away by a random? That's funny. Got teleported out of the battle. A glitch hid many of the options and graphics. Glads faced a crushing defeat as DI tirelessly piled each of our men. Ooh. That's so interesting. Imagine being a looter back then. You could seriously make a serious killing back then, feasting on all that rune. And like cubbyhole, yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely, Bren. Let me know. Dave, were you in one of these clans back in the day? Let's look at some more of these. Like, look at this march. That's so cool. Just like marching out of Varrock. I love it. That's so cool. Nope, that one was not archived. Hit 73. Missed it pictures. Woof! With Darox? Yeah, look at that. And then hit 200 via quest. That's just a Soulsbane, right? Yeah. Gladiators was a clan that was still alive and well into 2010 and had a rivalry partnership with Wilderness Guardians. They're both honor clans, and there was a big divide between honor and non-honor clans. Interesting. Oh man, I do not know that much about the RuneScape clan scene from back in the day. Definitely makes definitely news to me. Alright, let's keep going here. Personal tips. Some short guides. Designed to help myself and maybe you. Skill charts, helpful data on skills. Huh. Well, this is very intense. Yeah, there's some serious efficiency going on here. Like, look at how much the game is mapped out. This is like almost as good as this is almost as good as a wiki guide. Like, look, he had all the Slayer Masters mapped out by which masters can actually assign the monsters, and then had a tip for various ones. That's so cool. All the experience for all the logs mapped out. Jeez, this was like the wiki before the wiki existed. That's pretty cool. Reign of Terror was actually founded to combat the honor clans of Wilderness, who would go and anti-crash dishonorable clans wars. Oh, got it. Interesting. Soulsbane capture max hit at 50 outside of the cutscene hit? That might be the case. Maybe that was the cutscene hit, though. I'm not sure. Honor clans would also group up and kill random PKers, also called anti-random PKers. Oh, interesting. Huh. Well, today I learned. This is really interesting though. This is like literally the wiki before the wiki existed. Super cool. Timing guide. A list of times for various tasks. Use the time required to complete training or find the fastest way to earn cash XP. That's super cool. All these time guys. Wow, this is super interesting. He had all this stuff timed out. Mine 27 iron, 2 minutes. 28 coal, it's closer to 5. Jeez. Sample calculations, high elk guide. A very short guide with high elk prices. We got to check this out. So he's got the high elk guide prices of this stuff. Oh, it's actually not that complete. That's fine. 417.05. Not that complete. Gladiators had a policy to not attack the players in the wilderness that were not there to fight. Unfortunately, all Honor clans since 2015 had to abandon the practice as the wildy in both games were pretty dead. Oh, got it. Okay. Interesting. Wow. How long were you in one of the clans, Bren, or were you just following them? That's incredibly cool. Sliding puzzle guide. Oh, this is probably just a walkthrough about how to do. Yep. Yeah, exactly. I remember doing that kind of stuff back in the day before the clue scroll plugin on RuneLite was a thing. Market prices. Ooh, this one will be cool. Oh no, does it just link back to here? It does. Oh, dang it. Oh well. Yeah, because it uses the RS Marketplace forums now. Forumlayouts.txt. Yeah, good old forum stuff for buying and selling stuff. That's cool. Keep your private chat on. After trading, delete idle names from your friends list. Stay in one spot. Super cool. Oh yeah, this is the official RuneScape forums too. WG is like overly proud of their clan history and have a lot of old stuff documented. Oh, that's super cool. I definitely gotta check that out at some point. Yeah, Nova Life's buying blue and green hides thread. That's awesome. The old RuneScape forums. This is even a little bit before I used it. I used it pretty extensively in 2006 though. Bought over 200 magic seeds. That's super cool. Like imagine back in the day you were just chopping away at willows like I am now. And you were just like, oh, I got a magic seed. How do I sell it? You go on the forum and you find a thread like this, and you would sell it to that person. Like, meet them up in game. Super cool. No worries, European Links. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. It was good to see you. Hope it was a good nostalgia trip for you. Guide to organize your computer for RS, Windows XP. Oh, that's amazing. I create a folder for all saved RS files. Now that you have a starting folder, you can start organizing its files. Create an RS toolbar menu like this. Oh man. Shortcut to Egg Timer Plus, forum layouts, Glad's member list, market prices, Nova Life friends list. Wow, this is some serious efficiency from back in the day. That's awesome. Inside the RuneScape folder, create a new folder called RS Toolbar. Yeah. Find alternate ways to keep in touch. MIRC, MSN Messenger, AIM, or TeamSpeak. Classic stuff. Store notes using a notepad file. Yep. Everyone did that back in the day. Access reference lists faster. Copy save information you think you'll use and put them in your RuneScape folder. Sorry. This is literally making the wiki before the wiki was a thing. Thank God you don't have to anymore. Yeah, exactly. Well, if you didn't have that all documented yourself, good luck finding it by crawling via forums and figuring out what to actually do. I mean, we definitely take for granted today just how convenient the wiki has made everything. Oh man. Archive screenshots by month like this. I love it. I did this exact kind of thing though. Seriously, like I'm literally going to at some point we'll do a stream where I go through all of my old RuneScape screenshots and videos. It'll be great. I'm not sure exactly when we'll do that though. Maybe over the holidays. I kind of want to do it at a point where I have a lull in content, and I'm at like a high point right now. I have so much content backed up. Can't Call it Nostalgia started playing in 2008. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's still pretty interesting to see the history of the game though. But yeah, definitely go to bed. Thanks for hanging out tonight. It's good to see you. That was in reference to having to post a trade. Oh yeah, absolutely. Even early old school when they had the Zybez trading post. That was not a fun time. It saves so much time to have the Grand Exchange. It's so worth it. It is such a good wiki though, seriously. Gadwin print screen and Microsoft PowerCalc. Useful programs. That's great. Money making tips. Rune kites. Yeah, if you have like 99 smithing, I guess. Hold control to run. Alt print screen to take a screenshot of just the RS window. That's pretty great. If you bury your drop bones, raise your character attacks, you won't suffer a delay attacking the next round. This is helpful when your inventory is close to full. That's actually like a really good tip. When buying lots of store items, switch to one mouse button. It's easier on your fingers. These are some pretty good tips. Mouse keys program on Windows XP. Stand up and stretch every hour to feel refreshed. This is especially important if you're training for a long time. You do not need to sign off to do this. Smart. G, a number one update. Don't think it'd be an OSRS without it. Yeah, I totally agree. Neither would I, honestly. If you want to be online for a long stretch of time, try to take care of all personal issues before you begin playing. This way you can stay on longer without signing on and off. Love it. Links. Let's see if any of these are still alive. Tippet. Yeah. Rune HQ. Zybez. Oh, these are like archived Zybezes though. Oh, it's not there. Is there any Zybez at all? I feel like there's gotta be, right? Oh, Sal's Realm of RuneScape, of course. Is it still archived? It's gotta be, right? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go, 2005. Oh man, that's great. Love it. Apatol Dungeon, Dragon Hunting, Morton, Underground Miscellanea. Love it. Oh man, this is such a nostalgic website. We'll have to explore this one another day, just in general. See what happens. Neither would I, says the time traveling Iron Man without GE. Yeah. Hey, I'm an Iron Man. That's fine. Oh man, yeah. Seriously, Iron Herb Tippet is like super nostalgic. But I spent a lot of time on Sal's on at school specifically. There's some like pretty recent backups from here. Is this website still hosted? Still live? It is. Look at that. March 2007 was the most recent post. So it looks like they're still doing some RS3 stuff. That's pretty nifty. We'll have to check that out at some point. And the fan sites in general. That'd be really fun. Treasure Trail coordinate map. Is this still live? Oh, that's pretty cool. So if I do like... I don't even have like a clue handy. I just want to see if it shows the map. No, it doesn't, because it's the archive, and everything has to be archived. That kind of stuff usually doesn't work. Streamlined Treasure Trail coordinate map. Doesn't work. Rune Monkey, track your progress. Sudoku solver for solving LEM's rune puzzle. That's great. Fan sites, RuneScape related sites. I don't endorse any websites. Hey Killer, I didn't know you had a RuneScape fan site. Let's check out Killer XXX Killer 69's fan site. Oh man. Bravenet.com. It was backed up. Oh yeah, Sal's was the best. Oh man, there's just so much old RuneScape stuff out here. Smithing pictures, let's see. Expired website. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The problem is a lot of these links are dead because they weren't backed up, only the main pages. But man, these are some niche fan sites for sure. High scores catalog, a must see. Let's see. What is a must see? rshsc.net. RuneScape high scores catalog. Oh, interesting. This must be some kind of old school, like, Temple OSRS type of service. That's pretty interesting. Please no, I want to forget. Yeah. Oh, man. Did you seriously have a fan site, Killer? If so, that's great. Gladiators, Damage Incorporated, Dark Slayers, Clan Peaceful. Old clan websites. Yeah, Gladiators wasn't backed up, unfortunately. Damage Incorporated looks like it was, though. Yeah. 2006, December 2006. Love it. Image hosting sites. Yeah, pretty good. RuneScape Crosswords Worlds. A meeting place for people using the same homeworld. Interesting. All right. Let's go ahead and look at the scrapbook. Let's keep it moving. So the scrapbook is pretty interesting because these are like personal journal entries about the game from Nova Life. So it's pretty interesting stuff. Damage Inc. is still active, I think. That makes sense. Oh, Bren, yeah, that might be being removed. You can always ping me on Discord, though. Or in any of the channels on Discord. I don't know if you're on Discord, though. They might be being removed. I thought I tried to make it so that you could post links in chat, though. What am I got into that for short-term 2 years ago? That's so interesting that Damage Inc. is still going, though. That's super cool. So on August 6, 2006, Nova Life documented a war against TRWF. Interesting. I made a forum based on a concept of bringing people inside World 48 together. I see familiar faces inside World 48 every day, so I thought, wouldn't it be better to have a meeting place where World 48 citizens can come together? If it succeeds, I'll get the chance to see the uniqueness of every world, and there are local customs, something the world is known for, resident clans and groups, or special histories. There are some questions I want to explore with it. The only problem is reaching out to the general RuneScape community. He's like so interested in documenting everything. That's so cool. Like way before most people were doing this kind of stuff. Add you on Discord with the stuff I wanted to share. Oh, sweet. Perfect. Let me take a look. It is extremely hard to read because my window is very small. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check these out. Gladiators Forums Index. Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. And the video, too. Thanks for the links. That'd be pretty great. So it looks like these actually go forward in time. Oh no, they go back in time. So it looks like these are mostly just like dev blogs, pretty much. Did a lot of website development, it seems like. I did a small Renard seed analysis. Here are the results. 88 seeds, 592 herbs. Max harvest 16, 6.73 herbs per seed. Made a total of, what is that, 4 million gold and spent almost 2 million on the seeds. Interesting. You seem to get more than double the profit if you sell the herbs rather than the seeds. Good to know. Someone hacked into my MSN, added a picture in the gallery. Good stuff. Added a better picture of the POH floorhand thanks to the handy site I found. Piratefish POH Designer. There you go. Name dropped it there. Oh, man. June 30th, 2006. Archived my second year achievements and journal entries. It's time to start another year of entries and achievements. I bought a sand hat a few days ago for 18 million. How history bites back. I guess I'll have to start slowly investing to save up for that elusive Piet set. It doesn't look like I'll ever be able to afford one through work ethics alone. Oh, interesting. Still hunting champion scrolls. It's been very slow. Mod Nail left Jagex today? Does anyone know Mod Nail or Nile or whatever this is? That is interesting. There was a nice gathering for him at the Varrock Fountain. Mod Hume and many other player modders showed up and wished him goodbye. He was the first mod I ever spoke to right before hitting 2079. Paul personally contacted me inside the game today. He needed information regarding the top fletching and cooking ranks, in order of which have been messed up lately. That's so interesting. Yeah, an old Jagex moderator who left in 2006. That's super cool. Journal Archives, Year 1. Wow, there's a lot of journal here, actually. There's so much to read. Could probably spend many hours reading all this stuff. Let's just go back to the oldest one just to make sure. Got accepted to Gladiators Clan. There you go. Decided to get agility to 1 million experience. Finished Waterfall Quest with Tank. Fished some lobsters. Crafted 2.5k cowhides into leather bodies to be converted into studded leather later. Yeah, I think you were right with that one. I think it was Bren that suggested that he was doing that. Perfection U has invited me to join Gladiators, application pending. Super cool. Characters coming along nicely, but classes have started. Won't have so much free time. I finished all the members' quests with Final Tank yesterday. Added a bunch of pictures too. Pretty proud of myself. I mined 16k coal, made it all into steel bars, then made billions of studded leather, and high-elked all of them. Now the only skills lacking in experience are ranging, prayer, runecrafting, and herb lore. Off to train combat soon. I can't wait to be level 100. Super cool. God, I hate combat. There you go. It was a dirty skiller. We voted no to all the PVM updates and PvP updates. Got my first ever clue scroll after being a member for more than 2 months. You can find a picture of this disappointment in the picture section. That's great. Yeah, we could spend hours going through all these journal entries. That is a lot of history in here for sure. Let's go ahead and move on to the Ramble tab. List of RuneScape tweaks and suggestions. A separate chat for training. Oh yeah, okay, so this is where he listed a bunch of suggested, basically like his suggestions for the game, which is pretty cool. Replace the black void in the background with colors that match the environment. Oh, look at that. A prayer for non-depleting energy. That's a pretty common one too. Hotkeys for emotes. Ability to see your server. An option to mute the main theme. That's super cool. Add mini skills such as making your own clothes, bard songs, which affect the stats much like prayer. That's pretty cool. Update agility by running errands around the map of RuneScape. See one small favorite quest. To gain experience, currently agility is very restrictive. There you go. A custom title for your character. Jagex shop can sell untradeable special outfits. Oh look, they eventually did that too. Option to mute the main theme, my hero. Yeah, it's there now. Exactly. Improve the role-playing aspect of the game. Clan support. Clan meeting halls, banners, and customized armor logos. It only took, 13 years for us to get that, so that's something. Give skills and levels to meeting. Level 9 and feels like an empty accomplishment. This was before skill caves of accomplishment for sure. Have a more eye-catching website like MapleStory. That was pretty interesting. I mean, he also broke down the experience formula. I thought that was pretty interesting. Like, we kind of know what it is now, but man, to break it down this far is pretty intense. Analysis, you're all annoying, go away. Project annoyance. It's just a list of people pinging him. That's funny. Can you lend me like 200k? I have nothing left to stake. Oh my gosh, no. The duel arena was already causing people to lose their banks. Oh no, I have nothing left to stake. Don't give it to him. Oh gosh. It's Nova Life, not brain surgery. Oh my gosh. To date, players still ask why they can't add me when it's obvious I have a zero in my name. My goodness. Cool names I run across. Yeah, just some interesting names here, pretty much. run-in with eBay. The date is August 31st, 2005. I get a PM from a clanmate, Water Warrior 9, who tells me he's found someone selling my character on eBay. Curious, I go there and look, and sure enough, I found this. I am selling a Gmail account, and with it you will get my RuneScape account password and recovery questions free of charge. That's so interesting. People were selling accounts on eBay back then too. Someone won the bid for $1,000. Wow, someone scammed someone for $1,000 in real life back in September 1st, 2005. That's actually incredibly interesting. RuneScape's worse. I've been collecting these for a while. This is a collage of some offensive messages I've gotten and shows how bad players can act inside a game. Do we want to see this or no? Probably some offensive language in here, I assume, if it even loads. This one might be dead, unfortunately. We want to see it, yeah. Let's see if one of the other captures loads. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like it's a dead link, unfortunately. Hope it says poopy head. Yeah, exactly. Posers and Googling. I thought this was pretty funny. Someone on DeviantArt made an account with his name. Probably just a coincidence. Which just got like one picture. That's very interesting. And also, like, some Counter-Strike stats lists. Some people also used his name. Probably just a coincidence, I assume. But he calls them posers, which is really interesting. Having recently read Zizma's interview on Tippet, I've decided to find out for myself just how unreadable the private chat can get. So for 1 minute, I let the messages pour in. Here are the results. Hey, Tanner, good to see you. We actually got the pet in sometime earlier this week. I was going to release it, but I think I'm going to hold on to it until the next time traveler video comes out, or rather this time traveler video comes out. So I was just going to sit in my bank till then, and then we'll see if we want to release it or if we want to keep it. But it seems like pretty much everyone says we should keep it. I was going to release it initially though. Whoops, that's not the right tab. There we go. Also good to see you. I hope you're doing good tonight. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Oh my gosh, 1 minute of messages. This is what it was like to be at the top of the high scores back then. So many. You said you play 10 to 12 hours a day, but I've never seen you on. Okay, so there's evidence to say that he probably just played a lot. But even at 10 to 12 hours a day, to get all this done in 2 years is really impressive. Especially back then, when no one really knew efficiency super well, though it seems like Noble Life kind of had it down. It's time to pick up my pen and write another ramble article. This time I'm going to explore RuneScape has taught me. Do nothing and nothing will happen. Love the game, but don't live inside its world. If you can't see past RuneScape faults, you'll never know the vastness of its offerings. Keep your judgments to yourself. Don't openly attack players. A rank is just a rank. It's what you make of it yourself that counts. Don't neglect the hidden skills. Socializing, problem solving, merchanting, exploring, and finding information. Interesting. Choose your friends wisely. There's other ways to communicate besides words. Make good use of smileys and emoticons. Love it. Alright, let's go to the picks tab. If you release it, then I say you should have to grind for it again after pets come out. Ooh. Cool, that might be a good one. We might have to do that. Oh yeah, there's only a couple of pictures here. I think this is dead. Yeah, it had some kind of weird interactive component here. rshumor.net. Does anyone remember that? I just realized, like, that was like the classic meme site for RuneScapes. Does it load? Oh, it does. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, this little stupid frog. Yeah. I remember it. And you click the picture and it changes. I totally remember this website. This is a complete and total tangent. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get off of this site. I don't want to be here anymore. Oh man. That was such a classic site to be on though. Yeah, just like random pictures of outfits and stuff on here. It seems like most of the other, yeah, most of these are broken. Most of the stuff was like interactive, like it was JavaScript related, and this stuff is really bad at backing it up. Web Archive is really bad at backing these up. Gosh, I can't talk about some. Show us his noob outfit. I'd love to, but I think it's not gonna work. Oh, it did work. What's the noob outfit? Oh, I love it. Look at this. Steel mace, glory, bronze med, wooden shield. Love it. It's great. Oh man. Alright, what is the travels? What better way to capture the spirit of an MMORPG than to take pictures of the very people who inhabit it? Below are candid pics of well-known players I've collected. All captions are written at the time of each sighting, so they may not be accurate. So just pictures of random famous people. Yeah, Top Fisher at the time. 1 billion bank from Slacker. Maker of Swift. That's pretty cool. Doing some Slayer, of course. Top Herblore, first to 99 agility. Oh, the Hate. Yeah, I recognize a couple of these names for sure. Oh, doing Desert Treasure. Look at this one. Old quest window. This must be right after Desert Treasure came out, because he's got everything else done. And there's other people doing it at the same time. That's pretty cool. Oh, does he have a picture of the old knight? On his way to do Black Knight Fortress, yeah. Oh, he has a picture of the old knight, doesn't he? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Please load, please load. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Oh man, that must be from like early 2004. That is incredibly cool. Can't tell where he's hovering his mouse though, which character. I'm assuming it's the bank guy. That's pretty cool. Is Zezima on here, you think? Yep. Yeah, he's got a picture of Zezima, of course. Killing Kurasks. There you go. Must be right after Slayer came out. They were working on it. Zezima got spotted too. Yeah, exactly. Any other names I recognize in here? Yogo-san. Cursed You. Yep, there's definitely some names in here. Mod Murphy. There you go. Yogo-san hosting Law Runes. Cursed You hosting Law Runes. Yeah, look at that. I foresee a ham sandwich in my future. Later, guys. That's great. I love it. All right, let's check out the museum. It's the last tab. Welcome to my museum. On display are earlier works done on the site, memorable adventures from long ago, and old JX website pictures. All right. Let's see if some of these load, though. My market. Historical note. This page has governed my sales and purchase from the start of the website up until June 4, 2005. I've since grown out of using such a system to keep track of my trades instead of replaced by my RS forum threads. That makes sense. It's just like text on a website. Okay. This is pretty interesting. I noticed that he posted some essays. Oh, hold on. We lost our music. There we go. Just like general commentary about like, you know, greed in gaming and stuff. But then he's like, I stopped writing the essays because I realized in order to be completely politically correct, I have to write nothing at all. I'm just like, okay. All right. That's one way to look at it. Goals page. Rest in peace, the old goals page. This page served me well for almost a year. Yep, there you go. I definitely did a lot of goals threading in the forums and in notepads and stuff back then too. Very outdated ramblings that you should ignore. Skill loops and chains. Interesting. My old bank, historical note. This is the first complete bank pick I have archived, which I took on September 4, 2004. Notice I have 1 rune set and 1 mil gold and a lot of cowhides thanks to drummer's mom. Not bad for 2 months. Yeah, this was the one we looked at before. Skill reviews. The skill reviews featured my personal take on each and every skill, complete with rankings and critiques. I don't remember why I did away with this page. Writing it was a blast. Huh. Interesting. Guestbook. The guestbook was a place for visitors to leave comments and suggestions. I would occasionally flip through and find new names. Then in June 2006, everyone thought it would be more fun to impersonate me. Admittedly, this is true, though entirely disrespectful, so I had to retire this page. Finally, on August 5th, 2006, after 90 pages of shouts, I removed the shout box completely from the website. Aw, dang it. Oh man, it says old Jagex website pictures, but I don't think there's any actually on here, unfortunately. Oh wait, right here. Yeah. I must have scrolled right by it. But it looks like they're dead. Dang it. Oh, nope, it's loading. It's loading. Yeah, look at that. Web Archive has one. The Web Archive is, rather I should say, Jagex is usually pretty strict about not having any of their pages on Web Archive. But this one must have slipped through the cracks. Look at this. This was 2013. So this must be RuneScape Classic. I do remember this website was up for a long time though. This is super interesting though. Like this website was up for ages after it stopped being updated in 2002. I remember visiting this page for sure. That's incredibly cool. I threw in an archive version of Andrew Gower's personal site too. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much dead, unfortunately. That would be cool to see though. Alright. I think that's pretty much it then. We've pretty much looked through it all. This is just a super interesting thing to check out, and I mean the nostalgia is just bubbling through me, so it's great. If you haven't looked through the site, I highly recommend it. It's a great spot to look for some 2004 or 2006 era nostalgia, which for me, I started playing in late 2005, so I'm more on the tail end of that. But it's really cool. And it's all available on the Web Archive, so definitely check it out if you want to explore it some more. It's pretty cool. And in the meantime, while we were reviewing all that, I am almost 69 fleshing, which is pretty nifty. I want to see how he felt about skills compared to how they are today. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's incredibly interesting that he just kind of vanished from history, right? Like, after he kind of fell off the radar in 2006, I don't think anyone's heard from him ever again. Maybe someone has, but he just kind of left the RuneScape community and never returned. And never like some old names that stopped playing a while ago. I just realized I picked this up and I can't do that. Ashamed of how many lots I went through farming. That makes sense. It's just kind of weird because, yeah, like a lot of big names back then definitely came back to the game after a while. Like Duriel321, for example, did some interviews and stuff. But, oh, that's right, Ichiros. Yeah, his account got hacked. I forgot about that. It doesn't seem like it's documented on the website, though, unfortunately. But yeah, that's right. I remember he got hacked, and that was why he quit at the very end. But he never came back, which is really, really kind of weird. Most of us have come back to this game many, many, many times. Was it in 2011? Because it seems like he'd been pretty much done playing since 2006. I thought it got hacked in 2006 too, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe he stopped playing for other reasons. It was like right around the time he hit #1 on the high scores, so that might have been why. I mean, just the fact that he was able to basically max an account back then with the inefficient options that were available in 2 years is something else. He would be nearing 40 now. Yeah, because he was 2001 and 2006. Or, he was 21 in 2006. So, yeah, that was 17 years ago. Yeah, you're right. Jeez. In 2006, I was only 14, so... Yeah, that is an interesting thought. Jeez, we're getting too old. Seriously. Oh man. Well, either way, I hope you all enjoyed this walk down nostalgia lane. It definitely was fun for me. Hope it was fun for you as well. And I hope it helps you knock out a little bit of XP. And it certainly did for me. But I think that's where I'm going to go ahead off and leave the stream for tonight. So, thank you all for joining. It was a really good one. And I will see you next week. Next week we have trivia. So, have a look out for Time Traveler and trivia next week for sure. Thanks for hanging out, Caspers. Appreciate it. Oh, I also hate that, Emperor, when you miss putting your seeds in one birdhouse. That's the worst. Hey, Roy. Thanks for joining at the end of the stream. I absolutely will keep it up. Thanks for the love on the videos, for sure. All right, everyone. Love to you too, Iron Herb. Take care, everyone. And I will see you in the next one.